face on. Mascara trails where hope's gone wrong. A notebook waits by her glass of rye. With words she never learned to cry. Jukebox haunts some old cliche, but her story ain't found its final page. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream. Neon shadows where the lost still sing. One verse of truth, two lines of pain. Chasing grace in a smoky refrain. She ain't sure what the ending means. Just a bar stool and a half-written dream. She tried Nashville, left with scars, burned through nights and borrowed cars. Every open mic felt like a war, till her voice didn't know war, until her voice didn't shake no more. Now she writes between the teens, a melody only silence hears. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream, in a tavern full of could-have-beens. Each chorus feels like coming clean, like whiskey burning through old sin. She's still chasing what might have been, on a bar stool with a half-written dream. Maybe someday she'll finish that song, or maybe the trying is right all along. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream. Heartbreak inked in line 18. Not every story needs to be told. Some are just songs to let go. And as long as that melody leads, she'll sit with her half-written dream. On, but she still carried every song. No spotlight left to chase her name, just melodies that feel the same. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play, dreams in a suitcase packed halfway. Words still whisper through the dust, but silence took what she could trust. She sings to the wind night after day, a heart full of songs and nowhere to play. The bar closed down, her tip jar's dry, but she still sings to midnight. of rhymes and dreams. Wrote them down at 17. Every chorus was a place I'd go. Every bridge or road I know. But the pages faded in the rain, and life just took another lane. I left my plans in a song I forgot, in a melody, tiny time somehow lost. That old cassette in the glove box dust held every version of who I was. Now I hum a tune I barely know of a girl from a long time ago. I left my place in a song I forgot. Thought I'd sing 'em on a neon stage, but love came in and turned the page. Traded chords for midnight cries and lullabies and quiet nights. I don't regret the path I chose, but sometimes that old song still shows. I left my plans in a song I forgot, in a dream I chased and almost caught. Those verses lit like a wild flame, were burned out soft without a name. Now I hum a tune I barely know of a girl from a long time ago. I left my plans in a song I forgot. Maybe someday I'll find that tape, but I don't need it to know my fate. I left my plans in a song I forgot, and somehow I'm thankful I did not hold too tight to a younger view. I've had a different song in you, and I still hum a tune so faint that only memory can paint. I left my plans in a song I forgot. I left that town with a heavy heart. One last look before the engine starts. A goodbye note on a diner plate, and a sky that never looked so gray. The house was sold, the ties were burned. Sometimes the only way's not to return. Now there's nothing left but the dream and the road. An old guitar and a song I wrote. Reviews full of cut-ins, but the highway don't ask where you've been. I lost the girl, the job, the love, but I still got the dream in the road. Motels blur into every town. Neon flickers and hopes break down. nothing left but the dream and the road. A six-string voice still knows the nights get cold, the gas runs thin, but I won't fold, I won't give in. I ain't got much to call my own, just this dream. A piece of me in a chorus clear, and all this driving won't feel so lost if these leaves were worth the cost. There's nothing left but the dream and the road. I have tuned hope in every show. No matter where the good things go, but I still chase them through the flow. Can't turn back, can't unknow. It's just me. This dream and the road. But I've got a taste for the burning kind. And I've got a taste, burning kind. Trouble in a bottle in a free man's mind. Whiskey and wild horses, that's what I know. Running with the thunder, with the cold. A woman's love can't hold me. I was her mama by the screen door light. One last glance before the bus took flight. With a suitcase full of secondhand clothes and lyrics scribbled on old envelope notes. She didn't know what lay ahead, but she knew she couldn't stay instead. With a ticket out and a heart full of songs, she chased a place where she might belong. Left behind the fields and silent nights, trading small town hush for city life. She ain't got much, but she's hanging on, with a ticket out and a heart full of songs. Coffee cold on a corner stage, singing truth beyond her age. They don't know her name back home, but hear her voice, don't feel alone. The world's too big to stay confined when music's pulling from deep inside. With a ticket out and a heart full of songs, she's finding where her soul feels strong. She ain't looking for the easy ride, just a beat to match the fire inside. It ain't much yet, but she's holding on to a dream of mic and song she's drawn. Maybe someday they'll sing along to the girl who left to right her wrong. Even if the stage don't stay, she knows she tried to find her way. And with a ticket out and a heart full of songs, she built her life where hope belongs. From porcelain tears to big time shows, she gave it all to what she knows. She ain't got fame, but she's moving strong, with the ticket out and a heart full of songs. With a ticket out and a heart full of songs. She grew up where the gravel meets the corn, one gas station and a Friday night barn. Daddy fixed trucks, Mama prayed real loud, but her heart was always chasing clouds. She'd stare out past the county line, saying there's more to me than neon signs. She had dreams bigger than this town, where the streets end and the stars come down. In a notebook she drew her wings, mapped a life full of wild things. If folks said, girl, just settle down, but she had dreams bigger than this. She packed her hope in her denim coat, left behind love and a goodbye note. The diner job, the high school flame all stayed back with a hometown name. She hit the road unsure and brave, with none but the song she gave. She had dreams bigger than this town, trading silence for a Nashville sound. On old stages with borrowed minds, she poured her soul into the night, still chasing dreams bigger than this team, bigger than this town. Now she sings on a wooden stage, her voice like fire, her eyes like rain, crown made shiver deep inside. She's still that girl who dared to try. She had dreams bigger than this town, and she wears them, though the miles America made her high. She still sees stars in small town skies. They told her dreams don't stick around, but she proved them wrong. Dreams are wrong. Bigger than this town. She almost said I do in Baton Rouge. Almost bought that dress in powder blue. Almost packed her bags for Austin skies, but changed her mind on the county line. She kept the letters, lost the ring, and held on tight to everything. She built a life from almost, from what ifs and near miss ghosts, from broken roads and borrowed time, and dreams that faded out of line. She stacked the hurt and made it home, out of chances she faced alone. Yes, she built a life. She almost took that waitress job, but stayed to help when Daddy sobbed. Almost wrote a song they played, but tore it up the very next day. She don't wear pearls or silver things, but grace hangs soft on everything. She built a life from almost, from half closed doors and almost closed, from calls that rang but never stayed, and goodbye notes she never gave. She planted roots and shifted sand, and stood up tall with empty head. Yes, she built a life. No map, no guide, just quiet grace. 1,000 dreams she had to face, but even if they slipped away, she showed up anyway. She built a life from almost, and somehow made it matter. With every tear, twist of fate, she found her own kind of freight. Not in the winds and marquee lights, in the waves she kept the fight. Yeah, she built a life from almost. that dream don't call my name no more.
She smelled like cornfields after rain, wore her granddad boots and carried pain, had a laugh that lit a porch at night, and eyes like stars on a summer flight. I met her where the gravel bends, where fences break and hearts begin. She carved her name in the old oak tree, right below where she carved mine and me. Back when her name was home, when love was dirt and sweet tobacco smoke, when every mile led me to her smile, and I believed in never letting go. Now that house is just a frame, and I still whisper out her name. The place I go when I'm alone is back when her name was home. We slow danced in that rusted barn, while lightning bugs lit up her charm. She said forever's not a place, it's holding on through every phase. But time got mean and hearts wore thin, and I lost her where the road begins. She left that ring on the windowsill, right where the wind won't ever sit still. Whoa. Back when her name was home, when prayers were said on the tailgate chrome, when Sunday felt like church and sky, and I was hers without a why. Now the firewood's all gone cold, and this old truck just feels too old, but I still drive back through the stone to when her name was home. I tried to find her in another town, but no porch light shines the way she shone. There's no front door that feels like hers, no coffee cup, no whispered words. Back when her name was home, when I knew love like boots, no stone, I still sit where the wild grass grows and call her name. The silence knows she's gone, but I still roam back when her name was home. Smelled like cornfields after rain, wore granddad boots and carried pain, had a laugh that lit a porch at night, and eyes like stars on a summer flight. I met her where the gravel bends, where fences break and hearts begin. She carved her name in the old oak tree, right below where she carved mine and me. Back when her name was home, when love was dirt and sweet tobacco smoke, when every mile led me to her smile, and I believed in never letting go. Now that house is just a frame, and I still whisper out her name. The place I go when I'm alone is back when her name was home. We slow danced in that rusted barn while lightning bugs lit up her charm. She said forever's not a place, it's holding on through every phase. But time got mean and hearts wore thin, and I lost her where the road begins. She left that ring on the windowsill, right where the wind won't ever sit still. Back when her name was home, when prayers were said on the tailgate chrome, when Sunday felt like church in the sky, and I was hers without the why. Now the firewood's all gone cold, this old truck just feels too old, but I still drive back through the stone to when her name was home. I tried to find her in another town, but no porch light shines the way she shone. There's no front door that feels like hers, no coffee cup, no whispered words. Back when her name was home, when I knew love like boots, no stone, I still sit where the wild grass grows and call her name. The silence knows she's gone, but I still roam. Back when her name was home.
She came to town with a suitcase heart, a notebook full of country charts, sang in bars till 2 a.m. for tips and hopes and old regrets. She chased the stars, she paid her dues, but dreams don't always pay the rent. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found peace in smaller wins. A quiet porch, steady flame, a simple love, not chasing fame. She let go of neon signs from morning light and homemade wine. Yeah, that's where the dream ends and life begins. The song she wrote now lull her child. No crowd, no stage, just something wild. A baby's laugh, a warm embrace, a gentle hand, a slower pace. She still hums that melody, but sings it now in harmony. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found joy in deeper things. Not sold out shows or highway lines, but quiet nights and homemade rhymes. She traded highs that don't stay long for roots that hold her growing strong. That's where the dream ends and life begins. Sometimes goodbye ain't letting go. It's choosing what you need to grow. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found herself again within. Not the life she dreamed and claimed to, but one that's steady, real and true. She still smiles at what could have been, but she's right where life begins.
He used to lay down around 10 o'clock. Now he's chasing rhymes in a coffee shop. That 9 to 5, it dulled his flame, so he packed his life and changed his name. A rusted truck, a flannel coat, a notebook full of half-sung notes. No more quiet nights or easy dreams. He traded sleep for 6 strings. Now the moon's his only clock. Neon signs are where he talks. His prayers are sung, not softly spoken, through callous hands and chords unbroken. He gave up rest for something true, a melody he had to pursue. He don't count sheep or chase routines. He traded sleep for 6 strings. His friends all say, man, come back home. But he's married now to worn out tones. The world don't pay a voice like his, but he still plays for what it is. The motel lights, the lonely miles, a crowd of 10, a waitress smile. He don't need much, just room to sing. He traded sleep for 6 strings. Now the stage is his own bed, with verses echoing in his head. He ain't rich, but he's alive. In every note he survives. Quiet hurts, but music clings. Traded sleep for 6 strings. Some folks dream with their eyes closed. He dreams wide open on the road. Truth is rough, songs don't lie, and that's the reason He traded sleep for 6 strings and gave his soul to what it brings. Through lonely bars and worn-out frets, he sings for things he won't forget. And if he never earns a thing, he still wouldn't trade those 6 strings.
Woke up to the hum of a rundown fan, cracks in the ceiling and calloused hands. Thought by now I'd wear a satin dress, not yesterday's shirt and this kind of stress. Life don't follow a dotted line, it curves through dust and borrowed time. Woke up far from the life I planned. No mansion, no diamond on my hand, but I got a heart that still believes, and the sky had me to dream. I got a heart, don't charge me to dream. Might not be where I'm still standing, still making a stand. Used to talk of Paris nights, now I chase kids and unpaid lights. Still there's peace in this coffee cup, even when the world gives up. I've made a home in what's gone wrong, singing my truth in a working woman song. Woke up far from the life I planned, a gray stone cold and a woman's song. Woke up far from the life I planned, the gray stone. Loved and lost and loved again, made best friends out of paper and pen. No map could have drawn this land, but it's mine with all its sand. Maybe the plan was never mine to write, maybe the beauty's in the fight. Sand. And though I cried where I should have shined, the strength in walking that crooked line. I've made a song with these calloused hands. Woke up for, but I understand. Left me with bills and a porch light, but I stitched my pride with a coffee spoon and danced alone in the living room. gets long. But I've grown roots and I've grown strong. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's every fall and every climb. It's the sun after a sleepless night. It's finding wrong still leads to right. No regrets, just a slower shine. This ain't the life I dreamed, but it's mine.
Sunrise creeping through the window pane. Same old boots, same coffee stain. She ties her hair, grabs her keys, heads out chasing stubborn dreams. Folks say she ought to slow it down, but she's got fire that won't burn out. One day closer to never giving up. Still holding on when the road gets rough. She's got scars, but she's got grace. Every mile put still in her faith. She ain't there yet, but she's strong enough. One day closer to never giving up. There were nights she almost quit, tears falling in a diner shift. But prayers whispered in bathroom stalls turned into dreams that still stand tall. She don't need applause or luck, just grit, a truck, and a little bit of trust. One day closer to never giving up. Through the silence and the push and shove, she walks alone but walks real proud, head held high in a weary crowd. Ain't no quit in the soul she's got. She's one day closer to never giving up. Every note just feeds her flame. She carves her worth into the rain. One day closer to never giving up. A life built tough with a tender touch. Dreams might bend, but they don't break. She gives more than this world can take. She's not done, she's just rising up. One day closer to never giving up. He stepped on stage in second-hand boots, the kind that walk through worn-out roots. The crowd was thin, the lights were dim, but she still sang like it was brimmed with every dream she'd ever known. In that bar she stood alone. The mic was cold, but her heart wasn't. She poured it out like she'd forgotten all the no's and empty rooms, all the nights she fought the gloom. No one cheered, but still she sung. The fire inside her still burned young.
Well, the world passed by without a glance, but she gave every note a chance. 'Cause somewhere deep she still believed her voice was more than they perceived. Maybe one day they'd rewind, hear the gold they left behind. She wakes before the sun each day and ties her hair and kneels to pray. Worn out boots by the kitchen door, she's got miles to walk and build hills to pour. The world don't hand her anything, she don't ask for diamond rings. She's living on hope and cheap coffee, dreams poured hot in a diner seat. She hums old songs on her break at noon, wipes her hands on her rag, sings out of tune. Life ain't easy, but she still believes there's more to her than what the mirror sees. Tips in jars and aching feet, another shift, another week. But kindness clings to her like lace, in every tight line on her face. She stitched her faith into this town, still standing when the world knocks her down. She's living on hope and cheap coffee, sunset prayers in a booth for three. She don't need gold or fancy lights, just a roof and a quiet night. She's running on empty, but somehow she flies on broken dreams and clear blue skies. She's more than what the paycheck shows, grace in a world that never slows. She's living on hope and cheap, cheap coffee, and faith that one day she'll be free. Maybe not written, maybe not known, but she built her strength on her own. She's got a soul too strong to break a back. She's living on hope, and she gets by. got a 6-string with more miles to shine, and boots that'll dance through borrowed time. The bars got smaller, the crowds got thin, but I still feel the fire kicking in. A fully grown rough from whiskey and years, but I still dream when the silence clears. Just one more shot at that big old stage, a crowd that don't mind my weathered age. Lights so bright they drown the down, where the songs I wrote get sung and loud. I ain't asking for fortune or fame, just one more night they remember my name. I played for tips in the neon glow, slept in trucks when the money got low, but every mile taught me to believe there's still something left up my sleeve. I ain't young, but I ain't done. Still got stories under the sun. Just one more shot at that big old stage, to sing my truth, not just my age. A crowd that feels each chord I've strung and hums along when the tears come. No encore, oh, no spotlight, oh, just one more ride before the road. Maybe they won't cheer, maybe they will, but I'll play my song, 'cause chasing dreams ain't just for the young. Some